Yeah, you guys, sorry there's a big gap since uploading a new video because I hadn't had that much time as I've been really busy. Just come back from work. But yeah, today I just decided to come back. I've just finished the book, an audiobook. This time it's going to be, obviously, you probably know by the title. The book is called Flow and it's by Professor Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. And that's how you say his name, Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. But I just finished the book. What I can say about this book, this guy makes a lot of sense. As soon as you start listening to his book, you can tell that this professor, he's very academic, he's very well educated. He's actually done his doctorate and stuff. He's been studying psychology and the concept of flow over 30 years, you guys. So he obviously knows a lot about flow. For this book, you guys, if you're looking for a strategy for success and like financial freedom and stuff like that, this book is not the book for you guys. This book is strictly based on a form of happiness he calls flow, but I still think it's such a great book, mainly based on happiness and psychology, how we should use our psychology. So if you're looking for a strategy for a guide to make you very successful, no, successful in terms of happiness, how you should live your life, what he found when he studied people that are happy, yeah, this book will give you that. So if you're interested in that, without even listening to the whole in-depth review of this book, you guys just go and read it, listen to it, I don't know, download it, but it's such a great book. Professor Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi actually reads the book. Like I said, I like when authors read the book. He has got an accent, so his voice might not get through to some of you guys. Well, I found it very easy to understand, but there's another guy that reads this book as well, whichever one suits you guys. Anyway, the concept of flow is where he talks about the person or individual that is constantly immersed with the environment that they're in. Whatever they're doing, they're at a state of flow. Whether it's athletes, doctors, physicians, lawyers, they're doing something. Whether they're getting paid or not, it's not that. So where time doesn't matter to them, where they're not thinking about anything else apart from what they're doing at that current moment, they're completely, the word he uses is immersed. It doesn't have to be your job, by the way. Other activities, such as when you're playing football or something with your friends, or basketball or tennis, snooker, you're completely immersed. You forget about the time and hours go by. That's what he means by flow. And when we're at that optimal state, we're more happier. We're not all over the place. We have one set goal and we are driven to do whatever we do. For example, when you're in a match, you know what the goals are. You know when you're doing a job that you're so immersed in, you know what you're exactly doing. You have like that set goal. It makes a lot of sense. I mean, look, think about it, guys. There's so many times we all experience a state of flow where we're being in an environment, whoever's talking to you, whatever you're thinking is completely out of your head. You're not thinking about anything else, but you're so immersed in that situation. He tries to say we can do that for everything. We just need to understand how flow works. Another key idea in his book is psychic entropy. No, entropy is in science. When he's talking about entropy, I'm like, hang on a second, this guy's talking my language. So entropy in science basically means it's a form of disorder. When order goes from disorder, not the other way around. Entropy is just a form of randomness, disorder. He says that usually unsuccessful, unhappy people in life, they're experiencing a sense of psychic entropy. What psychic entropy really is, when your thoughts are conflicting, when you're doing something but it's not matching with your goal. He goes, most people in life are really at that state. In order to get out of this state of psychic entropy, we must adapt a autotelic personality, and some people are more prone to having autotelic personality. What autotelic personality essentially is, it's someone that really appreciates the environment. They're so well aware of the environment. They have the ability to set goals. Everyone has the ability to set goals, guys, but that's the point he tries to make. Setting goals is not the essential part. It's the little minute goals that you set that goes towards the bigger goals. He uses this really good example, you guys, of a lady developing this autotelic personality. So this was a normal lady, but her job was a switchboard operator. She became blind, and after she became blind, she became more happier. She fell in love with her job. She liked the fact that she felt like an orchestrator. Felt like she was orchestrating all the calls. She took more notice of the environment. So you see how before her job she didn't appreciate as much as she did after that she was blind. But essentially, guys, she has the same job. What changed? The environment, the way she perceived it, her focus was what changed. And that's what essentially Professor Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi is saying. It's what we concentrate on. We have to create a sense of value in what we do. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Professor Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi studied 30 years, all sorts of people all around the world. He sees what makes people happy. That's the main thing, happy. And he sees that switchboard operator. Before she was blind, she didn't appreciate her job. After she was blind, she realized she felt like she was an orchestrator. She found a new passion. She was focused on what she was doing way more. You know, the psychic entropy, she wasn't feeling that no more. He also said we spend 1/3 of our life doing things that like sleeping, resting, doing trivial tasks. And he talks about, look, we can even use flow there. Like, we can actually find new ways of brushing our teeth. As stupid as it sounds, he says these are the things that cause us little stress, little trivial things. But that's 1/3 of our life just wasted. So why not make a little game out of the things that we do? When you go shopping, make a little game out of how efficient you are. about how quickly you can do something, how quickly you can do your shopping. I know it sounds so silly, but that's using flow. Look, Professor Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi doesn't say you can be happy all your life, because he clearly understands that, look, there's so much stress in life, bereavement, like people passing away. He says the highest form of stress is losing a child. He agrees with stuff like that. And he says, yeah, those are unavoidable, and you can't stay at a constant flow state there and be constantly happy. I mean, that's just ridiculous. But he does explain how the other stress, or the intermediate stress, where you get a parking ticket, you have a trouble with your boss, them sort of stresses, he explains how we can eliminate or reduce that stress. He says become unsubconscious, meaning like don't overly worry about too much things. If you're driving and there's so much traffic and you're worried about an accident, you're worried about a car is gonna come and hit you, you're so overly concentrated on something that's gonna happen bad, it's gonna happen. The next thing is focus your attention. And what he really means by that is, for example, you've had a bad situation with your boss, manager, senior, whatever. Usually what we do is we're very centric to ourselves. Our attention is on us and feel sad for ourselves. You know, what did I do wrong? Whether it's our fault or not. Look, he says at the end of the day, focus your attention on the actual situation. Why not come out of yourself, be less self-centered and see what the situation is, what the manager is saying. The people that usually do that are actually the ones that solve the problem quicker. So essentially what he says is spend more time on the solution than the problem itself. Just spend 10% of your time on the problem, spend 90% on the solution. And it's so true. Why not? Why can't we do that? So yeah, that's what he says about how to eliminate stress. I don't want to make it too long, you guys. I mean, that's the key ideas I probably took away. Professor Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi actually left Europe, I believe, and he went to America, and he wanted to do his doctorate in the psychology of happiness and success. Not financial success necessarily, but he has studied some successful people. And those are the key ideas he developed. Whatever we're doing in life, you have to stay at a constant state of flow, which is living at the moment, being immersed in your current environment right now. The last thing you want is to live your life and realize what have you been living for. You always live for the future. He doesn't look down on the idea of setting long-term goals. Everyone should set long-term goals, but what he essentially says is, look, live for the moment. I mean, not live for the moment necessarily, but be immersed, take value. He looks at happiness and he says, look, the most happiest people in life are the ones that actually live at a constant state of flow. They're living for the moment, they're setting little goals to reach the big goal. I think Flow is a really good book, guys. You guys have to really check the book out. Like I said, this is another quick audiobook I finished. I think the last one I did was about a week and a half ago. It's just constantly coming down and up from work. I listen to it on my bike. I bike it to work because it's not too far away from me. And honestly, like sometimes I literally had to stop the bloody bike and like rewind it and listen to it again, because he made such good points sometimes. Like psychic entropy. I mean, when I heard that, I was like, wait, hang on a second, that's science. I don't know what entropy is. And guys, you gotta try Flow by Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. You can tell this guy has spent a lot of time studying happiness. In that sort of way, guys, it is a really good book. Like I said, try and listen to audiobooks. I know you may have excuses not to read books, you can't carry it and stuff like that, but when you're listening to music, why not just take the time to just listen to an audiobook? And by the way, Flow isn't that much of a long book either. I think it was about 6 or so hours. But I listened to it like half the time because I have it like a bit fast on my audiobook player. I finished it like in about a week. And some things I wrote down, some things I'm gonna keep. Some of the key ideas I'm definitely gonna keep. Anyway, I want to leave you guys with a little quote, you guys, from Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, and he says, look, it's through flow culture grows. It's through flow art is made. It's through flow new science is achieved. If there is one legacy we can live by, it's by knowing we have contributed something positive. It is to live our lives through a constant state of flow. So it is to live our life through a constant state of flow, you guys. Anyway, guys, that's a little quick video I did, you guys. Hopefully you liked it. It's just a little quick video on the concept of flow. I mean, Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, guys, go and pick it up. If you can't, audiobook it. If you don't like audiobook, pick up the real book. Anyway, that's me, guys. I'll catch you guys later. Never gon' give you up. Never gon' give